Hi, everyone. Happy Mardi Gras. It is raining here again in sunny Southern California, and I thought I'd kind of turn it upside down and put some sunshine into Fat Tuesday. I learned through my son that Mardi Gras had nothing to do with his Catholic school, and so I had to send it off to him and tell him that during Lent, Christians fast, and Lent starts tomorrow on Ash Wednesday, and the name Fat Tuesday refers to the last day of eating richer foods before the leaner days of Lent. So I had to rub his nose into his all-knowing self at the time. But thanks for joining me. I thought I'd give you a little history lesson there. Thanks for joining me on Profit with a Plan podcast. This is where you can get some great ideas to create your most profitable self and small business. Just so you know, financial planning isn't only for those that have a lot of money or run big companies. A workable financial plan is for us everyday small business owners and professionals that want to keep more of our hard-earned money and make good financial decisions. So join me, Marcia Reiner, your certified financial planner and professional financial strategist, each Tuesday for smart ideas that can add more profits to your bottom line. I'm really passionate about working with successful business owners who are working their ass off every day, and this may sound familiar to you, investing everything they have into their business only to feel that although they're making good money, they sure don't have enough to show for it. They're not sure if they'll be okay since they don't work for a big company with a big pension or retirement. They're self-employed, small business owners after all. I help them gain clarity, certainty, and control over their money so that they can increase their profits and, more importantly, bring home more money. They no longer feel stressed out about their finances and can focus on their business growth that will in turn bring them even more money. If you know of anybody that may be curious, share my podcast or let's chat. Book a brief call with me to see how we can work together to create more profits, if I can get my mouth to work, in your business. Hey, hit up my scheduler at calendly.com/Marcia-16. So let's get on with today's podcast. Today we're talking about messaging. What are you saying, and how can you make more money with it? So, why is messaging so important to your profits? Well, I think it's a great question because marketing and innovation, as I've said in the past, are the only two profitable activities that we do in our business. And so the first one is marketing, and the structure and foundation of marketing is what we're saying and who we're saying it to. So think about that one for a little bit. I've been working with a few clients as of recently that are struggling to find out how they can increase the profits in their business, and we're digging into their marketing. Now, I know just enough about marketing to stir up the pot, so I always refer to my marketing specialists. But the thing that I get my clients to do first is to really dig deep and find out what they want to do and what their message is before they go throwing money at their marketing activities. So that message should be the foundation of everything that they do, and in every activity that they take going forward should be to repeat that message. Then all the strategies can come in as to, do you post on social media? Do you create postcards? Do you go out networking? Do you put ads in the newspaper? Do you hit up Google paid campaigns? Whatever the marketing strategy is. The strategy is the great piece that marketing specialists have to do with. But what really your first step in that marketing is to figure out that message. Right? What are you going to say that's going to impact that person to take action and come work with you? So what results do you really want to achieve for your clients? When we look at the messaging, we have to think about who you're talking to, and again, what results will your client receive by working with you? And that's the message that you're sending out. So who are you talking to? Who is your ideal client? And when we talk about ideal clients, we want that one single person that you can identify that has the problems that you solve. I spoke to another client recently and I said, you got to dig deep and channel what that client is feeling and what that client is having troubles with and what that client has challenges that you as a small business owner can solve. So when you know who that ideal client is, you can start to craft your message in a way that talks directly to that person. And then that person says, wow, Marcia understood me so clear. How did she know what I was thinking? How did she understand all of the details that I was going through? And then how did she know that that's what a problem I had and that she can come in and solve that? Oh my gosh, I need to work with her, right? That's the ideal situation that marketing will do. And marketing, again, is your number one step to increasing your profits. So I said that you needed to talk to one person. I'm sure you've heard the story, the riches are in the niches, right? When you can become an expert with one type of business or one type of client or one client or many clients that have the same problem that you solve, that's the niche. And when you can become that expert, you step ahead of everybody else because you're not just working with anybody that can fog a mirror. Now, that doesn't mean you can't work with them, but it means that you know in detail the challenges that that client is facing and how you can solve it. So whether you are somebody working with, maybe you're a dentist and your specialty is working with implants, right? So you are an expert at implants. So when I have a tooth in the front of my mouth that I need to have an implant on it because it got knocked out or it had so much decay or something happened, some sort of trauma happened, I'm totally stressed out. And here you come, Mr. Dentist, Miss Dentist, and you tell me I am the best at making that front tooth look natural and the right color and the right shape, and I can do it with no pain, and it's going to cost you hardly anything because I know how to work with your insurance, and you're going to walk away in a short period of time feeling and looking great and confident. So that's kind of an example of going after a niche. And I think we all need to look at that one individual client and all of their problems that we can help. Create that expert status, and then don't worry about it. You can work with others too. That doesn't mean that someone's not going to come up and go, wow, you only work with the front tooth? I got this one in the back that needs to be replaced. Can you work on that one? And you can always say yes. So as another example, I work with successful small business owners. Does that mean I can't work with a startup? No, they've got to have some means and some desire and some foundation to work on. Does that mean I can't work with a larger company? No, but my ideal client, that person I'm talking to that I know inside and out, is a successful small business owner that's making a ton of money but has nothing to show for it. So everything they have is going right back into their business. So see, I'm starting to channel what that small business owner is experiencing and how I can solve those problems for them. So don't worry about going deep and detailed in the person you're talking to, because you can always widen the horizon. But if you take it really deep and fine-tune, you're going to understand that person's problems. The other thing you can do is, if you don't know that person's problems as detailed as you should, try interviewing your best clients. Try interviewing a client in the industry or the area that you wish to work with, and ask them if they wouldn't mind sharing with you some of the challenges that they face. If you don't know the person, they may not come up front with the answers, but it's something that you should try because you'll really get a chance to know that. The other thing is you can clone and duplicate your best and favorite clients by doing this same exercise, finding out exactly what their challenges and problems are. So when you're talking to them and you want to find more of them, you're speaking in a language that resonates so deeply with them that they're just going to have to work with you. So, what do you think so far? Your message is everything. So what are you saying when you talk to this ideal client and putting your marketing together so you can increase your profits? Are you talking to me, the client, the potential client, or are you talking about yourself? Many people in my industry brag about themselves. Oh, I have a certain amount of assets under management. I've got this degree. I've got that talent. I work with I. The client could care less who you think you are. The client only cares about what's in it for them. So when you're talking to the client in marketing, again, we're talking about increasing your profits. What you're saying should be directly to them. What's their benefit? What's their transformation they're going to receive by working with you? If I go back to the dental example, I'm going to have a beautiful smile. My teeth are going to look bright and shiny, and I'm going to get it done one day, and I'm going to feel so much better about myself, I'm not going to hide my mouth. Maybe I'm a designer of fashion, and that fashion is going to make me look thin, young, and rich, right? Or is that a photographer? I don't know. Anyway, so when you're talking about the benefit and the transformation, it's not what you as the marketer is doing, but it's what the recipient and your potential client is seeing and hearing, that it's going to change their life. And this is the benefit they're going to receive so that they can whatever. They can be better, they can be faster, they can be stronger. The solutions I'm teaching you is so that you can go and find more profits in your business by, in this instance, increasing your marketing return on your marketing investment. So I bring it all back into money. Everything we do is money. So when we're talking about this marketing piece and who you're talking to, it's all about how we can increase the return on your investment and bring more clients into you. So now the other thing that we want to talk about in what you're saying is, why should the recipient care? What is that emotional piece you're saying to that client that's going to trigger them to go, oh my God, I got to work with you now. I need you now, because you hit a benefit or an experience that they're having trouble with that you can solve their problem. So when you get into their head and you say the right stuff, directed exactly to what they need, then your client conversion off of your marketing will be much higher. And I want you to think about what you're really trying to say to this client. Don't just rattle off, great big things. And again, in my industry, they're talking about returns and charts and graphs and all these things that are very, very nominal, but they're very unspecific to that person. That the client doesn't feel like that's the result that they're going to get. But when you talk about my investing or my style or my ways of helping you will lead to have you get this, you'll be able to sell your business for 3 times more than you ever thought because you have systems and processes in place and you've got the marketing that's bringing clients hand over fist into your pockets, right? So you want to have that message really say what's in it for them, talk to them, make them really care, and have a real clear and concise message to them. And finally, when you're saying your marketing, whether it's verbal, social, print, TV, website, whatever it is, have a call to action. Make sure they know that you can reach out to me for a phone call so we can chat and see if I can help you improve your profits. Or reach out to me for a complimentary book, or reach out to me and let's do this. Let's get on a call together to see how I can help you. You always want to have a call to action in your marketing. So you're saying what you need to say, you're saying it to them. They care about what you're saying because it resonates with them. You're giving them some serious things to think about, and then you're telling them to take action. How cool is that? Do you remember any of this marketing stuff from your college days? I tell you, this is on steroids for me. So this has taken all of what I've learned and used all of my gurus that I follow and my marketing specialists and my teams that I'm working with to really develop this plan. And this is just some of the stuff that I work with my clients with. So how do you update your marketing message to attract clients to want to work with you? Right? Remember, the only 2 things we do is we innovate and market, so marketing is the way to go. So you have to be consistent across all of the platforms that are available. Now, you don't have to jump into everything today, but you should be striving on the platforms that your potential ideal client is listening to. So whether you're in trade magazines that client listens to or watches, or you're on social media where they are, or you're in groups, or your clients' children are in softball and you're out in the softball world and you're pitching your idea to the parents of softball kids, whatever it is, you've got to be consistent across many platforms to get it to work. And again, you want to speak and add value as to the results that they're going to get. One of the pieces that I heard just earlier recently was, don't educate, but motivate them to work with you. I'm a big fan of education, which is why I'm pitching a podcast, but I think if I can motivate you to think about these ideas, to take action, I'm not actually giving you all the steps to take action, like make this call and talk to this person and create this product, but I'm trying to motivate you to take action and then search out the experts that can help you take that action. So if you educate in your marketing, then they may not be empowered to act on it. So think about that one for a few minutes. Motivation gets them to do stuff. So what better way to motivate is through finding out what their emotions are. And then finally, in the marketing messaging line, is offer a way for your potential clients to get to know you better. Nobody's going to jump into a marriage relationship on the first date or first phone call. They want to get to know you and experience you. So in your marketing piece, show up a little bit, get a little personal. Maybe you can offer in one of your programs or one of your pieces, maybe you can offer a way for them to get to know you. My podcast is a way for you to get to know me and the way I think and the way I work and the way I help my business clients increase their profits. So offer ways in your marketing for your potential clients to get a little bit of experience with you. Maybe it's a small group. Maybe it's a telephone call. Maybe it's a piece of marketing that shows the real you. So thanks for listening today. I hope you found an idea or two to put into your business that will make you more profitable. Marketing and your message is the foundation to getting clients and increasing your income, and therefore allowing me to help you create more profits. So next week's show is on processes that profit, right? Okay, so I'd love to hear back from you. Hit me up with your questions, feedback, ideas for future shows. Again, coming up in a few weeks, I'm going to start interviewing other experts in the industry so that they can provide input to you as my guest. So you can reach out to me on any of my social channels, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, at Bella Financial or Marcia Reiner, or on my website, bellafinancialgroup.com. Please don't forget to subscribe to my podcast. You won't want to miss the future podcasts. And please don't make me the best kept secret. Share the podcast with your friends. It's only 25 minutes out of your day. And here in Orange County, we drive more than that on a short hop. So it's a great thing to do to listen in your car. And if you do subscribe to me and follow me, I'll give you my gift of my Get Financially Organized workbook. Just again, hit me up and say you want my workbook, and I'll be more than happy to share it with you. So you can catch my podcast here, Profit with a Plan, on any of your favorite players: Podbean, iTunes, iHeart, Google Play, and Stitches. Looking forward to more great profitable information on next week's show. And until then, make your plans and profit with it.